Here's E. In today's video, I'm going to make the world famous barbecue pork buns. And this is one of my favorites. Every single time when I'm going to dim sum or Char, I must have them. And I have to say, it's pretty difficult and it's completely different from the regular steam buns. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. And hopefully you enjoy today's video. To make our barbecue pork buns, we will have to make some old yeast dough first, a day ahead. Here we're gonna need 500 grams of flour. I'm using flour type 550, half teaspoon of dry yeast, and 325 grams of water. We should be able to make double amount of the old yeast dough we're gonna need for our barbecue pork buns. Mix all the ingredients together and knead our flour to a smooth dough and let it rest for about an hour until it's double in size and put it in the fridge overnight. For our barbecue pork, we're going to need 500 grams of pork neck or pork bellies, 5 tablespoons of the barbecue pork sauce. Here I'm using brand Li Jingji. 1 tablespoon of Chinese cooking wine, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger. Then mix everything together. Massage our pork and coat it with all our marinade sauce and let it sit overnight. On the second day, we can barbecue our pork at 200 degrees Celsius with a fan or 230 without a fan. Every 15 minutes, we can brush a layer of our marinade sauce on top and turn them over, then brush a layer of sauce again. After 30 to 40 minutes, we can brush a layer of honey and bake for 5 more minutes and take them out. Once they are cooled and easy to handle, we can mince them to smaller cubes. We don't have to cut them too fine because we want to taste that pork meat texture. Once it's done, we're going to mix 1 tablespoon of cornstarch with 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and make a cornstarch water to thicken the sauce at the end. Turn our stove to medium heat, adding 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. We're going to need a half cube of our red bean curd or fermented tofu. It is optional. Press it to a paste with our spatula, adding our barbecue pork and the rest of our marinade sauce. Once our sauce is reduced, we can add in our cornstarch water we made earlier and mix it well. Once it's almost done, we can add in 1 tablespoon of honey. That's going to be our filling. Then we can set it aside and let it cool. For our buns, we will need 250 grams of the old yeast dough, 80 grams of sugar, half teaspoon of the hydrogen carbonate E503 or E501, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Firstly, adding our sugar and the E503 into our dough and knead it until the sugar is melted. The dough should be really smooth. Then adding 1 tablespoon of the vegetable oil and 120 grams of flour, as well as our baking powder. Knead our dough until it's smooth, then we can set it aside. A bit of loose flour on our working surface. Knead our dough to a stick. and then separate it to about 30 to 35 grain each. Press our small dough flat and roll it to about 10 centimeter diameters and fill it with 1 tablespoon of our barbecue pork filling and fold it together to close the gap properly. The dough has to be closed properly, so we would have this perfect shape at the end. I have a fairly small steamer, so I'm just putting 3 buns at a time. Heat up the water until it's boiling, and then steam our buns for about 15 minutes until they are cooked. So here are my finished barbecue pork buns. For some reason, they turned yellow. So if you know why, please let me know. And I have to admit that I made twice to make it correct. And the first time, I just adding too much of the stinky powder. It turned out like this. And it is stinky because I put in too much. So I made a second batch. Here is a perfect one. I'm super excited. It's supposed to open on the top if you close it properly. And it's really soft. And good appetit. Oh, so hot. The barbecue pork filling is very juicy. And the skin is sweet and soft. I could not complain. Did you subscribe yet? If not, click here, click here, click here. Every day watch new videos at 6 p.m. Here are my 2 recommended videos. Thanks for watching. See ya. 谢谢大家。